as I was saying, I'm Martin, for those who don't know me. This is Karolyn, and we have 2.5 kids. So, two she was putting to bed, and this one over here.
Who's still wide awake.
Yeah, I was saying thanks for coming tonight. We really appreciate your coming. And we're just going to say a few things about why you are here and why we are here. And about a year ago, in fact, a year ago next week, we left Leeds and we went to Zambia to start what has become a great passion for us. We start a school in a place where educational facilities are just, I don't know what the word to use is, but it's a very needy place as far as that is concerned. And since we left, we've managed to secure land and start the building process. And your coming here is contributing to finishing off that the building of the school and helping to actually kick off the school year in January next year. So your coming here is very important, and it means a lot for the kids that are out there, that most of them come from very poor and difficult backgrounds, and without your support they will not get the kind of education that some of them are going to get because of that.
Yeah, just as a little note, there needs to be about 35 secondary schools in that district or that town to cover the need for education for high school, and there's none. There's actually 2 government high schools being built. One should have opened in January. We're still unsure whether it really was finished enough to open, and one's opening the same year as ours. But there's just still so much need educationally, and even when there are schools, the quality of teaching and the resources and facilities are so poor in that district, in that area, that we just want to be able to give something to those children and their families and help kind of relieve some of that cycle of poverty if they can get a good education through what we're doing. Even though we'll use locally trained Zambian teachers, we want to expose them to different ways of teaching using English methods, some of the experiences that we've had in the work we've done, just to really up the standard so that those kids are getting an education that we would be proud of for our children as well, which we haven't really seen in that area. So that's what we're doing. So what we've got is, have you shown this one or not? No. Excellent. We've got it's just 2 minutes of pictures from the last year, from getting the land, the work that's been happening over the last year. Unfortunately, the roof is not quite on, so you have to imagine the finished product. The next time we come, we will be showing it with children in it as well, so that'll be good. But we wanted to give you a few images of the year so far and what we've got so far, and then I'll mention just a few other things. So thanks for listening and enjoy the pictures. So it looks really rural, but it's not too far out of town, and it's actually an area that the town is growing towards. So there will be a big student population living nearby as the kind of coming years go, and people are so used to walking fairly far for school anyway, it won't be a problem. But we have got a lovely big site, so we're hoping to do things like agricultural sort of growing things, and possibly have some livestock and things to teach some practical skills to the students, and also for use on site at the school as well. This lady that you see here, she's Emmy. She's our neighbour, probably our best friend, such an encouragement, and our forelady. And she keeps all the guys in order. She makes sure they're working, makes sure materials aren't going missing, makes sure we know what we need to buy, when we need to buy it. And she's looking after things while Martin's away, which is the finishing off of the soakaway and the septic tank, which were the last pictures you saw of that, what looked like a chimney being built up, yeah. So that's to sort out sewage, so we don't just have to have long drops, which wouldn't be so nice. Yeah, she's just become a really good friend of mine, and she's brilliant. She's excellent at negotiating and bartering and bargaining to get us good deals locally, because they can tell we're not local, and they would charge us so much more if they could. So she's just been a bedrock for us while we've been over there, just been fantastic. And I'd have loved to have brought her to meet everyone as well. She would love to come. But so that's Emmy. And while Martin's away, and when he gets back, that's when the roof will go on, and all the wiring and plumbing and things like that will happen. And we're hoping to be able to start using the buildings basically in June or so for various possible teacher training events, or some head teacher training that we've got some friends who will come over and help us do, and things like that. So even though the school isn't opening until January for students, there will be things going on in the buildings, which is also very exciting for us. So hopefully that's given you a bit of an insight to the project. If you've got other questions, please just come and chat to us and ask. We love talking about it. You'll have to cut us off if we get boring and go on too long. But it's just helpful to have a visual idea of where we are and what we're doing. There's two main areas that we're really fundraising for now, which is partly what this event is for. One is for the continued building and finishing the next block, which will, or starting as well, the next block, which will host a laboratory and some admin rooms for the teachers, and some more storage and so on. And then also really trying to drum up support for scholarships for students. While plenty of people will be able to afford the fees that we need to charge to cover the cost of teachers, there are others that just can't. It's not a lot of money to us, it doesn't sound, but to them it's purely an impossibility. And we want to offer a number of scholarship or bursary places to help students access education that would probably just go and work in the fields otherwise, or sell things on the street and do small scale business.